日本時間9月8日、ロサンゼルスドジャースは敵地での3連戦でスイープ負けを回避しました。ドジャースの大谷翔平は1番指名打者でフル出場し、2打席連続本塁打を含む5打席すべてで出塁する活躍を見せました。オリオールズ先発の菅野智之との対戦は NPB 時代の2015年以来で MLB では初対決となりました。大谷は初回の第1打席、カウント 1-0 から外角高めのシンカーを捉え、打球速度 109.8 マイル、約 176.7 キロ、飛距離411フィート、約125メートルの47号先頭打者本塁打を右中間スタンドへ放ち、チームに先制点をもたらしました。さらに3回表の第2打席でも先頭で登場すると、カウント 2-0 から内角のフォーシームをフルスイング、打球速度 108.2 マイル、約 174.1 キロ、飛距離399フィート、約122メートルの48号ソロ本塁打をバックスクリーン右へ運びました。続くムーキー・ベッツも16号ソロを放ち、2者連発でリードを3点に広げました。この日本人対決に現地実況も大興奮。
ファンタスティックだ。私たちは翔平の広い背中に乗っていればいいんだ。
と声を張り上げ、球場を沸かせました。カーショーは試合後、大谷翔平のプレーボール直後の先頭打者本塁打が試合の流れを変えたと語りました。
先に点を取るのはいつでも大きいですし、昨夜の嫌な流れをリセットするいいきっかけになりました。しかも初回にすぐ1点が入ったことで落ち着くことができました。先頭に翔平がいるだけで毎試合チームに力を与えてくれますし、彼の存在は常に大きな助けになります。
と称賛しました。一方で、この日は前日のアンディ・パヘスの守備も話題となりました。山本由伸が9回西からノーヒットノーランを阻まれる本塁打を浴びた際、パヘスはフェンス際まで追ったものの飛び込まず、フェンスの跳ね返りを待つ対応を選択。このプレーに対し、ファンからは最後まで飛びつくべきだったのではと疑問の声が上がっています。これらの模様は日本語字幕付きでまとめて紹介されています。
Sugano to Otani. Ball one outside. These two have faced each other before. Not yet on the major league stage until today. But back in June of 2015, Sugano's Giants on the road visiting Otani's Fighters. And Otani clobbers the ball right center field, carrying back toward the wall. It's out of here! A leadoff shot from Shohei to give the Dodgers the first lead. His 12th leadoff home run of the year that ties Mookie Betts' franchise mark of 12 set back in 2023.
How do you turn a frown into a smile? You let this guy be your leadoff hitter, and he brings the power. It was a short rest to turn around from last night's last inning, but this changes the brain chemistry in a hurry.
1-0 Dodgers after the 47th home run of the season for Otani, who's now 3 for 3 in his career against Sugano.
Away we go with Sugano and Otani. 95 from Tomo, a little extra juice out of the gate at 1:37 on this gloriously sunny September Sunday. It's 70 degrees at first pitch. Otani on a 1-0 pitch, smokes the ball to deep center field for a leadoff home run, and that got out of here in a heartbeat.
Well, home run 47. That's a bullet.
Wasn't even a strike, but it was struck. Well, this is a matchup that Tomoyuki Sugano was looking forward to. Player he was selected in the same draft class as in Nippon Professional Baseball in Japan. He had faced Otani in one game, an NPB. And Shohei has now reached base all 4 times against Sugano, and the only time here in the big leagues.
Now, Tomoyuki Sugano was initially a draft pick in 2011 in NPB. Show you StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud. Otani going to center field, 411 feet for his 47th home run of the year and 12th leadoff homer, which ties the franchise record for most leadoff home runs in a single season. Mookie Betts has it. Ohtani, deja vu, right center field, and gone. Two plate appearances, two bombs, 2-0 Dodgers.
He's got very broad shoulders, so just hop on his back and just ride it. This is fantastic. Another up fastball that he picks on. Almost an instant replay of the other one. This about a ball on the inner half, thigh high, and he does not miss it.
Now, Sugano was telling people in Baltimore entering this series two things. First, that if he hit Shohei Ohtani with a pitch, they wouldn't allow him to return to Japan. Secondly, he was going to pitch to him. He did not want to walk him or be careful. He was going to be aggressive and go after him. And Ohtani has gotten after Sugano. His fourth multi-home run game for Shohei since the 14th of June, or excuse me, of the season, first since June. Now Betts to left, hit deep. It is out of here. Ohtani and Betts go back-to-back to start the third.
Dodgers and O's on a sun-soaked Sunday. 1-0 Los Angeles on Shohei Ohtani's leadoff home run. And Tomoyuki Sugano begins the second at-bat against Ohtani with a wide splitter. It was the 12th leadoff home run of the season for Ohtani. That's 3 shy of Kyle Schwarber's major league record set just a season ago. And it tied Mookie Betts' Dodger record from just 2 years ago. Sugano versus Ohtani, their only other previous meeting, June 2015 in Nippon Professional Baseball. Shohei got them all 3 times. Nippon Ham Fighters, Yomiuri Giants, Ohtani and Sugano respectively. And Ohtani's got him again. Deep center field. Mateo can't get there. It's 2 at-bats and 2 home runs for Shohei. And a 2-0 Dodger lead.
Well, he can dominate a game. Probably not so much pitching now because he doesn't. Only one time he's pitched over 4 innings. But you go back to September last year, we saw him at the end of August, 393, 10 home runs, and 32 RBIs in a month. And this is September. If you're pitching, you don't like the sound of that ball off the bat.
How quick were those hands?
Well, he hit one 120 miles per hour off of Bubba Chandler on Tuesday night in Pittsburgh. Just a screamer down the right field line.
That is Ohtani's 44th home run out of the leadoff spot in the order this year, and he is up to 48 home runs overall for the season. Mookie Betts to deep left field. Ohtani and Betts, the future Hall of Famers, the former MVPs, go back-to-back, and it's 3-0. 3 home runs from the Dodgers' top 2 today off Sugano.
I'm laughing because we were talking about what Sugano was telling people in Baltimore when he sees Ohtani this series. Got a text from an Orioles person. Should have walked him.
Well, yeah, but, you know, you don't give those kind of quotes to a team when you're going to face a guy. You don't think that didn't get back to Ohtani? That he's going to be told that he said that, and now he's going to feel comfortable in the box, like I'm not going to have any inside fastballs that are going to hit me. He's going to come after me. If he's going to come after me in certain counts, I'm going to sit on the fastball. I'd be sending out disinformation, not information. I didn't do interviews the day before I pitched for sure, and I definitely didn't tell anybody anything about the opponent during the series or even within a week. You know, the moment you know who you're pitching against, you watch what you say to the press. Yeah, I'm not going to hit you because they won't let me back in Japan, so just feel comfortable in the box, and I'm going to come after you. I just want you to know, so that means the ball's going to be over the plate. And if the count is in your favor, I'm probably going to throw a fastball because I'm going to come after you. So I don't want to let you know anything, and I am going to compete against you, and I do respect you and honor you. but you go ahead and use my career and pile up some stats.
Get it all out.
Well, I'm just like, I would like shake my teammate. Like,
What are you doing?
Telling them that. Say, you know what? I really think I should headhunt him a little bit. You know, I think he's got to be knocked down. He's too comfortable.
Kobe Mayo with the greeting for Ohtani down at first. The show rolls on for the amazing Dodger two-way player who looks like a heavy favorite to win the National League MVP again. For a while there, Pete Crow Armstrong was leading the league in wins above replacement, playing an amazing center field for the Cubs. His bat really cooled off in the second half. Kyle Schwarber's had an incredible year for the Phillies, but as a full-time DH, you don't win the MVP as a full-time DH unless you're Shohei Ohtani.
Yeah.
Who's not a full-time DH anymore this year. Trey Turner is maybe up there in the National League MVP conversation. He's actually second in the league in Fangraphs WAR, but Ohtani appears to be the runaway favorite once more. Shohei, if he wins the MVP this year, will join Barry Bonds as the only players in the history of the game with 4 or more MVP awards. And by the way, it will be 4 in 5 years, with a runner-up finish to Aaron Judge in the other year.
And with that home run from Holiday, Oral, I think a lot of us watching from our vantage point initially thinking, was Andy Pius going to go up and try and get it? We've seen him rob home runs in his young career so far, but he turned to play it as if it was going to bounce off the wall. Kirsten Watson, did you talk to anybody in the coaching staff about that particular play?
Yeah, Steven. So I actually sat down with Dino Ebel, just kind of going over it and understanding what Andy Paz was seeing there. And so Dino said he sat down with Andy this afternoon, and when they looked back at the play, how Andy was reading the ball, he said first and foremost, it was too high for him to go up and jump for it. But if you read how he was going, Dino explained that he looked like he was going to jump, but then once he realized it was too high, that's when he played it off the camera, trying to play it off the wall. Now, ultimately, it was a home run, and even how they were explaining how the outfield is set up here, over there, you can see there's a chain link fence, and Dino did explain, in a situation in which, yes, there's a no-hitter, that's something where it would make sense to try to just go for it, go for the jump, see if you can make it. Now, understanding there was a 0% chance of him probably actually making that play. They said there was a no-catch probability on it. It was going to be a home run due to how high it was over where the grounds crew sits. But he did say, if you can try to go for it due to that situation, that's when you do go for it. But ultimately, he did play it correctly on how he was reading the ball, guys.
Right, Chris. So we hear what you're saying. Two things can be true. That Pages played it how you were coached to, but in the situation, going all out, Oral, to preserve a no-hitter.
Emotionally, you want him to be Spider-Man and try and climb the wall and make some unbelievable catch that we have actually seen footage from around the world where guys have climbed the wall and actually been to the top of the wall and figured out a way to catch it. But I understand with the 0% chance of catching it that you know, he played it correctly. It's just a very emotional time when you're 8 2/3 into a no-hitter, and then a ball is hit that you almost think is going to stay in the park and barely clears the wall.
I think one of the more famous catches you're referencing, Masato Akamatsu in Japan, he climbed up, stood on top of the,
Yeah.
the fence and the wall and caught it.
Mookie, last night's game ended in a heartbreaking fashion. How important was it for you guys just to get things going early in this one today?
I mean, super important. I mean, it's been rough, but it's kind of been like the story of the season. So, I mean, I think that it's going to help us, you know, come later on. Fortunately, we got to keep playing so we can make it to October 1st, and then I think these battles will help us in that time.
You had a big swing early in this one. You and Shohei with the home runs. Just what were you seeing from Seguno early in this game?
He just left a couple pitches out over the plate, but you know, overall, I think he was doing pretty good. I mean, give up a couple solo homers. I think the pitcher's doing well, and unfortunately, he got hit in the foot there and couldn't continue. But you know, just a couple pitches out over the plate.
We've been seeing excellent starting pitching from this group as of late. Whether it was Shohei in Game 1, yesterday Yoshinobu, today Clayton Kershaw. What was it like just playing behind him in this one?
It was a lot of fun. I mean, you know, it's always fun playing behind Kersh. you know you're going to get some action, especially playing short. So I know I'm going to get some ground balls, and you know it's just good to watch a legend pitch.
It's always a good day when you guys pick up the win, but it also can be the start of something new. Does it feel like with this win today, going back home, you've got 3 against the Rockies, that you guys can kind of set something into motion?
We got to be careful with our feelings there. We can't indulge in those. We have to just continue to prepare each and every day, and just go out and play Dodger baseball and figure out ways to win.
It's one game at a time, but this was a good one today. Mookie, congratulations on this win.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Kirsten. If the Dodgers were feeling sorry for themselves after last night, Jerry, they did a good job early in this game getting on the board. Shohei Ohtani led off the game with a home run, added another, walked 3 times. It was a great day for the Big Show.
I love how aggressive he was and how aggressive Mookie was at the plate early on the ball game. I love being a leadoff hitter because sometimes you can set the tone on the road right away. First pitch of the Wago, 1-0. Good guys gets a pitch. Could have been off the plate there, but he's hunting fastball out of third. Hits an absolute bomb to dead center field there in Baltimore. Love that the Dodgers were up early.
You know what? You have to be aggressive, especially the way that you lost last night. Everybody thinks you're dead in the water, but be able to cover the baseball in the Big Show. This is the MVP of the National League. Carry us, big guy, and he did that. Every time he made a mistake, Shohei made him pay for it, but I love to see the top of the order be aggressive, and I agree with you 1,000%, Jay, here. It had to be the Big Show, and he was the Big Show today.
You know what I love about Shohei Ohtani? So usually when I do call him as my called shot, he has like an iPad right there. You see Big Will with the iPad. They're watching our pregame show. So when he's in the cage working, you see us call him as the called shot. He goes, you know what? I'm going to pick the guys up today early and often. 2 bombs, not 1. 2 home runs to lead the way. Again,
and I guess Mookie was watching also because he was my called shot, and he went deep and nearly hit a 2nd home run there in the 9th inning.
He was taking ground balls.
Clayton, when you look at just coming into this game, just kind of how heartbreaking last night's loss was there just a different frame of mind for you, for the group, as you went into this matchup?
Look, when you struggle, it's not fun, you know, and it just seems like anything that can happen happens, and it's the same thing when you're winning. It feels like you can't do anything wrong and you're going to win every game you play. So it's hard to break those cycles one way or the other. So obviously Yama's performance last night was incredible. Obviously tough one last night, but everybody came in here with a good mindset. Everybody came in here ready to win a game today, and that's really all you can do. Just keep showing up, keep going on the field, keep playing, and we're too good for it not to turn around. And just kind of a complete performance today by everybody, and got the win.
8 strikeouts and quite a few just looking. What does that say to you just kind of as to how your stuff is playing in this one?
Yeah, you know, I wanted to get through 6 there. I made 2 bad pitches there, the last 2 sliders, so frustrating not to get out of that. But yeah, I thought overall it was a decent day stuff-wise, and you know, guys in the back of the pen picked me up. Enriquez getting the last out of that inning, and then Robo pitched awesome today, so that was awesome to see. Those were huge 2 innings for us, and then, you know, Jack closing it out was great. So good momentum for us going back home.
You guys haven't had 2-month stretches like this, you know, much in the last however many years, and then especially coming off a game like last night. Like, how tough is it to navigate and to be able to kind of bounce back from something like last night and be able to put together a complete game today?
Yeah, we don't lose a whole lot around here, so not something to get used to, obviously. But when it does happen, you know, baseball's not as much fun. So you gotta get to come to the field ready to work, ready to get going, and then you know, you can't dwell on it. You just got to get here, start a new day. It's a great thing about baseball, and the hardest thing about baseball is that you play every day. You know, so new opportunity every day, and sometimes it's hard, but that's why not everybody plays it. You got to put on your big boy pants and go play.
Well, the formula on Sunday oral was pretty simple. Following a Dodger loss, you give the ball to Clayton Kershaw. Check. He did his job. Have the stars carry the freight offensively. Check. Big swings from Ohtani and Betts, and then the bullpen did the rest. Headliners, of course, Robleski, and then Jack Dreyer to close it out. They snapped the skid.
You know, you covered the facts. I'll cover the emotions. These are not forced smiles right now. This is really a happy time for them, especially with the flight coming home, to be together, to create some chemistry. Even Mookie Betts in his post-game sound is like, we can't follow our feelings right now. We just have to prepare and execute, and that is the key. And that's what those youngsters at the end of the game did. Ohtani sets the with the home run, sets the tone. Kersh sets the tone with the strikeouts, and more strikeouts we've seen in swing and miss than this year. And then they finish it off with the two young lefties. Fantastic, fantastic execution.
Trent, since you're the only person in the studio who knows what it's like to hit 2 homers in a big league game, you have the honors.
Big show, man. Getting your foot down early. Setting the tone. Saying, Sagano, you don't have enough to get me out. I don't have to honor your velocity. I can stay back. And every time Sagano tried to challenge him with the velocity, the Big Show was on time with a big game. Love the swing.
First of all, I've hit 2 homers in a game, okay? It wasn't in the big leagues. It was,
I said big league game.
Oh, did you say big?
I said big league game.
AA for the Bowie Bay Sox. Great place to hit.
Oh, terrible.
All right, let's head back to Baltimore. Dave Roberts is speaking with Kirsten and the media.
Get kind of back on track today with Clayton Kershaw setting the tone, the offense getting going early. What were you just seeing from the beginning in this one, and what felt different in how you guys were able to pull out this win?
What felt different, I think, a lot of the same kind of energy that we had going into yesterday's game. I thought, obviously Shohei starting the game off with a homer was huge. You could see the life in the dugout, which again we saw last night. Clayton just picked up where Yoshinobu left off and really competed, and like he always does, and made pitches. And I thought he used his entire pitch mix, which was great. Might not been his best stuff, but I still felt that they were missing the barrel, and he was getting quick outs. And to get him into the 6th inning, again on regular, was huge. And so for me, he just gave us everything we needed.
Shohei Ohtani, Dodgers, you can say that a couple of times on their roster. Hall of Fame pitcher today, Hall of Fame first baseman, Hall of Fame shortstop, and of course a Hall of Fame DH. And Shohei Ohtani with 2 home runs today is 47th and 48th.
Yeah, well, we know. I mean, Ohtani, we saw him with the Angels. He was in the 40s. And once again, Kevin Brown was saying, he talked to Sagano. He said, I'm not going to walk him. Well, maybe he should have. First 2 times up, 2 fastballs, 2 home runs, as you mentioned, 47 and 48. And again, Shohei, I saw him hit a 120-mile-per-hour line drive off a 99-mile-per-hour fastball. Now, Sagano probably had a better fastball, but not as good a command. So home runs 25, 26, and 27 today. So again, if he gets a couple more starts, he's probably going to throw 30 home runs. And what's that about? Today, he did not have a very good split-fingered fastball. So they're looking fastball. Again, he's not a sinker baller, so he's not going to get a lot of ground balls. And in this ball, beautiful day to play baseball here, even though it obviously didn't turn out the way the Orioles wanted it. The ball does fly. And again, these guys, Betts hit 39 home runs 2 years ago, and last year, Ohtani hit 54, stole 59 bases, and he's going to hit 50 again this year.
Just by chance, I kept my eyes on Sagano for that 2nd home run by Ohtani, and he looked at Ohtani like he said, really, man?
Yeah.
It just...
Well, it's like,
are you serious?
Sometimes you figure, well, what are the odds?
Yeah.
They're greater with him, obviously, because, again, when you have the kind of year and the kind of strength he has, and, this ballpark, especially in center and right, plays small. And he might hit 60 home runs if he played in a park like that there. So, but he's just a really good hitter. And
those 2 pitches, you look at him, one was up and away, and he hit it to right center, and it was pretty good fastball, And the next one is in on the black and hit it to the same exact spot. So up and away, hits a home run, right center, and kind of middle height in on the black, hits it to the same spot. I think you just got to kind of tip your cap to Shohei right there, and I think he's got 47 other ones before he came into this thing. So